I started using drugs about the age of 10.
You know, I started off just using pot, and you know, whoever tells you pot won't lead to other things is crazy, because it led me right to cocaine, and I had a 10-year addiction to cocaine.
I didn't have a lot of love at home. My dad never told me that he loved me, so I think that I just drifted away from there trying to find love, and I was looking for love in all the wrong places.
When I was 17, my parents got a divorce, and somehow my life just spiraled out of control. I just became angry. I got married, and he left me when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I had a little 1-year-old at home, and I just got into using drugs on a daily basis just to get through life.
There are so many problems in the world today. Newspapers are full of bad news, and our prisons are full of criminals. Society has become corrupt. Drugs, alcohol, gang violence, broken families, and homelessness plague our cities. Lost souls wander desperately, seeking hope. What is the solution? Long ago, a teacher sat among the poor and the oppressed. His critics questioned why would he spend time and associate himself with these social outcasts. He ignored the skeptics and continued to teach and invest in the lives of those who had no hope. The Spirit of the Lord is on me, he said. He has anointed me to preach good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to release the oppressed. Jesus became the source of hope. The same principles and philosophies Jesus taught so long ago are applied today at Teen Challenge. Jesus taught love and forgiveness. When lives are restored through the gospel of Jesus Christ, they are changed forever.
Well, what made me decide to come in the Teen Challenge, I was, as I said, I was in a lot of programs. Got off work, I was working for Labor Ready, and I got off work, got my money, and with every intent of going to get some drugs. But that day on the light rail, I pulled out my little Bible in anticipation, and I opened it and to the love chapter. And that day, I believe that was one of the very few times I believe God spoke to me. And it was a couple of months later that I just threw my hands up and told my wife, we can't do this anymore.
I was at the end of my rope. I was homeless, on my way going back to prison for the second time. So I knew I needed some help, and I just called my mom and said, Mom, I need your help. I can't do this anymore. I'm not even living inside of a house. I'm inside of a shed. She already knew that she was waiting for that call. I had a mom that prayed and was constantly looking out for me and just praying for me and asking God to save me. As soon as my mom came and got me, there was already a Teen Challenge flyer on the table waiting for me. And at that time, Pastor Oscar was here. So he was waiting for me too, because they had called him up and they just were waiting for me to call and make that step.
But I came to admit to myself that I needed help also. And so I called Teen Challenge, and I just, without thinking about it, I couldn't think about it, God brought me in.
I came into Teen Challenge actually when I was 24, but it was God to bring me in there. I had to give up smoking cigarettes and cussing, which I have done and never went back to, either one. 3 days into the program, I met Jesus Christ. But since that day, He has changed my life.
After about a month of being in, my heart started to change. And God gave me a comfort, a peace. He let me know that He was here.
Teen Challenge believes in holding Jesus Christ as our standard in all actions, thoughts, and behaviors.
Oh, how's the Lord blessed me since I've been out of Teen Challenge? Well, I got married shortly afterwards to Pat Hamer, and we just celebrated 25 years, so we're doing really well. My family and I are closer now than we've ever been.
For our children, they're able to see something that they're able to see a good example, a healthy example of what a marriage should be.
God is love. That's what he's done for me. I mean, I consider myself a son of love.
God just transformed me into a new man, a new person. God brought me a new wife. I was on the worship team at church, and that's how I met my wife. And God has just reestablished new relationships with my grandkids, my children.
Somebody was thinking about coming into Teen Challenge. I would tell them that it's a fantastic place to go. It's one of the hardest things I ever did, but it helped me be set aside from the world to kind of work through the issues that I had, to find out who I was in Christ.
For 40 years, Sacramento Valley Teen Challenge has been serving the greater Northern California area. With its unique area of ministry, there are opportunities to plant and share the gospel of Jesus Christ. Those teachings have the power to set men and women free. Therefore, if anyone be in Christ, he is a new creation. Old things pass away. Behold, all things have become new.